There's the Travalyst. The Rangers like to claim Travalyst was William and Harry initiative. Billy was not even in the room during the roundtable talk. It has who introduced the idea and pilot program. Harry may not have a degree, but he's super smart like his wife. It's why they gelled. There was something I was thinking. I'm telling you, those interviews have some very good stuff. The Obama interview, the Obama Foundation that Melody Hobson was interviewing Harry, one of the thing that I remember she asked him saying, who came up with this idea? Who is that?
Doesn't this seem obvious? Like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity? So, you know, what was your thinking? What was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was that? Whose idea was this?
So that's my motto is exactly that. Why another charity? Our foundation is not another charity.
We all know, I've said that before, and I bring this point specifically before. And I know Harry was the one who did the initiative. He didn't answer it because he knew he didn't want to take full credit for it. And he knows the way the palace is, the firm is. So he didn't respond to it. He just brushed it off. I'll find that clip. It's going to take me forever. But yeah, that's what came to mind as well. Okay, the catalyst for Travalyst. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. Let's see here. October 12th. Oh, so that was yesterday. Okay, that notwithstanding, she went and learned that indeed the call was legit and joined her at the table with Prince Harry okay, there's more thing, it cuts here. Prince Harry were representative from Booking.com, Visa, Skyscanner, and Ctrip. During the meeting, she recalled she was blown away by the prince's knowledge of travel and sustainability and his desire to create a clear, consistent, and trusted sustainability rating system that could be adopted across their platform and others. Okay, and it continues, and Prince Harry is as deeply involved as ever. Quote, he understands the issue, end quote, Davy said, quote, his knowledge about subject related to travel sustainability is just profound. He's president of the nonprofit African Parks, and that cuts across multiple sustainability issues, environmental, social, and economic, and he understands the complexity involved in sustainability and that there's a broad spectrum of issues impacted by a range of factors. Yeah, I'm not surprised by this because that Obama interview, it wasn't Obama. I keep on saying that, but it's through Obama's platform. Okay, there was a lot of things that were discussed, and this is why I think Melody Hobson is a very good interviewer. That conversation, what is it? Her, Oprah, I think Gail as well. Meghan, okay, like I said, sometime if these people, those names that I just mentioned, which include Meghan, where if they're doing some sort of a discussion with you or let's say interviewing you, they will lead you to say so many things that you probably didn't want to put out, but because of the conversation, the relaxation of the conversation, you say so much, and then later when you get home, you'll be like, what? Why did I share this? Okay, go back. Was it the 19th? I think I said this since the 19th video where she interviewed that lady from the 19th. I forgot her name. All right, they are very good conversational people. All right, why did I bring this up? I forgot my chain of thought. I went beyond what I wanted to say and I forgot my point. Let me read it again. Okay, and he understands the complexity involved in sustainability. Melody Hobson, who asked Heavy about if those kids ask you about that his country disturb their, their world or something like that, and he said, oh, I agree with them, something like that. That was the point, because she had asked him in that range about him knowing certain topics and subject.
I get all of my passion, inspiration, and energy from young people. And that is from the ages of 6 or 7 in the Caribbean, when you get a 6-year-old turning around to you and telling you exactly how much damage your country and the developed world is causing them, all the way to 28, 30-year-olds who at some point in their life have already a better understanding of duty and service than I ever did at that age, because it's all about giving back. So yeah, I think that, look, lots of people say that, oh, your job of traveling the world is wonderful. Of course it's wonderful, but when we get sent to some countries, we don't always get to see the beautiful parts. We're always there trying to deal with some of the issues, but also doing everything we can to bring people together to make change, to make positive change. And it's an absolute joy and a privilege to meet the younger generation of change makers across the world who genuinely believe in the fact that they, as a single person and as a group and as a community and as a nation, not only can change their country, but can change the world as well. And that is what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis.
So when a 6-year-old says to you that your country is ruining theirs, what do you do or say?
Agree with them slightly. Look, we all know the issues that are out there, with the climate and the environmental issues, and I don't want to say it's refreshing, but it is nice to know that kids that young have an appreciation and understanding greater than some of the people who have been on this planet for 60, 70 years.
All right, Prince Harry convened a group of 50 researchers to look deeply into the topic, and they create a file this size. Harvey held her hands about 5 inches apart, quote, and he read every single page of it, wrote notes in every single page. What? Okay, when I was talking about, what's the other one? The sister-in-law. And I said, the topic, what is it? What was her topic again? Young kids, early childhood development. When I said you don't have to know everything, but she has those researchers, those top people who knows the topic, who could write things for her. All she had to do is understand, bring her point of view to the people, and then they do the work for her. And then, just like this one, they give her the feedback, and all she has to do is read the damn thing and then come up with something that based on whatever objective that she had. There's Harry doing exactly what I was saying. If you guys listen to each of every podcast that I do almost every day, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't even know which one, but it was recently, maybe 2 weeks ago, I said that. Okay? So there's this here mentioning Harry, who's using researchers, people who are in the field and who bring their knowledge into it, and there he is, he read it, and then he put his concern or whatever it may be. So I'm not surprised by this at all. Okay, let's see. Davy held her hand about 5 inches apart, and he reads every single page of it, wrote notes on every single page. Davy considered that the pilot program, which wrapped 3 weeks ago, was a success. Quote, we proved that we could get these guys around a table and have them play nicely together, and that we could get them to actually build something meaningful that we could implement effectively, she said. Again, all of this was, no. The brother cannot even come close to take advantage of this or to take credit for it, because Harry had introduced the same concept with Melody Hobson.
I don't think that's necessarily beneficial to anybody, but our mental health campaign, Heads Together, back in the UK, is a classic example of where we were able to bring together 8 charities within the mental health sector.
With your mic.
I'm so sorry.
No worries, thank you. We were able to bring together 8 mental health charities that have been working in the sector for many, many, many years. But being able to bring them together and say, right, you guys have never sat around a table together and discussed the main issues. What we want to be able to do now is, through our foundation, create a platform in which your expertise and your experience is elevated. And therefore, you tell us what needs to be done around mental health within the UK and globally. And they said, if you can remove the stigma, that makes our life a lot easier. So that's exactly what we did. We tried to remove the stigma and tried to normalize the discussion around mental health.
So in some ways, the past, and that's the protocol may have been lending your name and using your name to create a halo around the organization that would benefit it. And it sounds like the younger royals are more about more than just name association, more direct action and involvement. So do you feel you're more hands-on? Is that fair to say?
I think in today's world you have to be. I think you have to be much more hands-on, and also.
Why? I mean, why do you have to be? You could have done it the same way. You could have had 200 charities and been a patron of them. I mean, no one would have thought any different.
No, but if you end up working individually for, let's say, 200 charities, in today's world, I think that kind of dilutes the impact that you can have. What our foundation is all about and what our platform is all about is encouraging people to come together, to work together, so that there's less competition within that sector, whether it's financially or otherwise, and saying, right, guys, you're doing the same thing. Please, let's get around a table, talk to each other, work it out, and come up with a long-term strategy.
But doesn't this seem obvious? Like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created, with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity? So, what was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was this?
So that's my motto is exactly that. Why?
The same concept. He wants a platform where everyone comes together and then share the idea.
We were able to bring together 8 mental health charities that have been working in the sector for many, many, many years. But being able to bring them together and say, right, you guys have never sat around a table together and discussed the main issues. What we want to be able to do now is, through our foundation, create a platform in which your expertise and your experience is elevated.
And when he put everybody in one platform, us as a consumer, if we want to shop around, we could pick one or whatever it is, and we could pick what is best fits our need. Harry had brought this on the table a long time ago. They rejected him. So that's Harry's idea. The same concept he introduced to Melody Hobson on the Obama Foundation when she was interviewing him. Yep. So that's the same concept here. So nothing changed. All right. So if they took that, if it was collaboration with him and William, how come William then continued doing it? All right. So let's see here. What WikiLeaks, the Earth Third advocate, did was try to sabotage Harry's launch of Travalyst. Wow. With the assistance of Simon Case and Jason Kanoff. Let's see here. I'm telling you, the squad kept receipt. Boris Newman and Number 10 was behind Will and Kate's budget flight to Balmoral when Harry and Meghan were criticized for flying by private jet, says Camilla Tomney. They're putting all of their nonsense out and they think people are not paying attention. They don't even know the lies that they threw out. Why Boris Johnson poached Prince William's right-hand man, the Spectator. The barber-wearing new permanent secretary and a complicated choice for Number 10. Alright, there's this here. Aircrafty airline bosses flew empty aircrafts 123 miles to Norfolk to pick up Prince William and Kate because they wanted, my God, they wanted Flyby branding shown off for royal publicity stunt. Oh God, these people. I don't know. They wish it was. Wife, I've always said that the British media stole Harry's attributes and wrote them for his inner brother. Since his departure, Toby has been nothing but a train wreck. That's a GIF. That's a GIF for everybody's mood. A train wreck. To be fair, that's a script that came from Courtier. I doubt it. Because Harry said, okay, I take Harry's word full face value. He aligned himself with things that he is interested in, okay? So if he was not interested in that, the courtier, there's no way the courtier could implement the things for Harry. Harry was talking on top of his head. There was no notebook in front of him. There was no script in front of him when he was talking to Melody Hobson. Everything was on top of his head. So this, you cannot tell me the courtier wrote it for him. Okay? So that's a huge difference. You could make a comparison with, what's the other one? The Mumble Bumble, who was with First Lady Biden. Okay? She had all the papers in front of her. She didn't even know where anything she was saying were in that paper. Okay? So Harry was talking to Melody Hobson on top of his head. So someone like that is the one who was the creator, the idea inventor. All right, so no. Okay, I could understand when someone collaborate with you, you have some stuff. Nah. It's almost like when Meghan is doing her speech, she doesn't even need a script or something, teleprompter to read the thing. All right, because if she's involved, she know what goes into it. She already know what she's gonna say. All right, she could write her speech and everything, but she will memorize it and understand everything, every step that she did during the process of it. So no. You could tell the derangers that they'll buy this up, but for someone with common sense, will say no. Someone who creates something like that will be able to talk the way Harry did with Melody Hobson. Okay, that's our king right there. Harry went Sandhurst because he was interested in military life. He then go to civil higher education, but it doesn't mean he has lack of intelligence. He is smart and talented also because he is very passionate for the causes he involved, so he will deliver what is expected. That's exactly that. And I've talked about this type of things, not everybody need a college education, all sort of things. I don't know. Why do I bring this up? I don't know. But they're coming into fruition now. Okay, next tweet.